Hey, Southwest District and beyond, whoever is receiving this video off of our Facebook, it's good to take some time to be with you again in a video format. I'm just coming off some vacation time. It's making me think about rest and renewal in my life and maybe in yours, whether you're clergy or laity, how important rest and renewal is in our life. It's one of the early expectations that God places on us in Scripture is a time of rest and renewal, the seventh day of the creation story, a time when God modeled that in that story, and something that we're expected to do in our life. And I think theologically, what this is kind of moving to a question in me. One way I'm kind of thinking of new language about rest and renewal in my life is I have a relationship with God, I have a relationship with the world, and which of those relationships is going to win out in my life? So time of Sabbath, whether that's daily, weekly, or beyond, a time of Sabbath is when I say I'm going to take this time and I'm going to give it toward my relationship with God, and that's going to bring me rest, renewal, or I can choose to have a better relationship with the world. Now, if you're like me, you already have enough of a relationship with the world. The world is already claiming enough of your time, right? Where I struggle is really dedicating some time to my relationship with God. Working on it for a long time, continue to need to work on it, good at sometimes, not so good at other times. Does that sound like you? Well, then maybe stick with me for a few more minutes. I just came off a vacation, as I said. We went to Scotland. I went to Scotland for a year straight out of seminary and had always wanted to go back. Met my wife when I came back to Missouri. We started a family. We moved into ministry and life just kept going. And we kept saying, at some point, I want to go back. I want to take my family to Scotland. I want to show them these people that I fell in love with, that I have relationships with, and I want to show them this amazing, beautiful country. And we just went 26 years later, right? 26-year gap between trips, and it was wonderful. It was amazing. My family interacting with friends that we had made there, that I made there, that have come to America and met us here. Renewing those relationships was a great part of this time away, but also seeing stunning scenery and spending time with family, walking mountains and checking out these amazing sights and looking over our shoulder and saying, wow, isn't this incredible? All of that brought a lot of rest and renewal as I was observing God's creation and taking time to just be in the meaningful relationships that I have. Setting aside the busyness of the world and spending time in those key relationships in ways that are fostering love and new life. So I want to speak a little bit about just rest and renewal in your life. I hope you're having some time of rest and renewal this summer, or whenever. But this is something that God is asking us to figure out how to do in a regular kind of way. So daily, what is your daily rest and renewal time? What does your daily Sabbath look like? Are you taking it, or are you giving it away to your relationship with the world? It doesn't take a lot of time, but it has to be time that is committed and set aside and focusing on your relationship with God. So, of course, that should maybe include some scripture reading and reflection on that, some time of prayer. But another way that I try to do some form of daily devotion, some part of that daily Sabbath time for me is just recognizing beauty and joy when I see them. So that could be that I'm driving and I observe a sunset and I just pause. I pull over and I pause and I look at it and I say, Lord, thank you for that gift, that beautiful gift you just gave to me. Or it might be that I'm listening to some music and it's very moving and I just take the moment in. Or it might be that I'm observing something that makes me laugh or brings joy, or that is about two people that I don't even know somewhere that are having a joyous moment and I'm just observing from a distance. And I claim those moments of the day. Try to observe them, pay attention to them as part of the way that God wants to feed my soul with joy and beauty. You might think about that as part of your daily Sabbath. What does it look like for you? And what is your weekly Sabbath, your weekly time set aside look like? Is it just the hour of worship, or not even that some weeks? I understand that. I do that too. But what if we gave it more? What if it was more? What if we're giving more time to the relationship with God and not letting our relationship with the world claim that? What if it was on any given day of the week you choose to have your Sabbath, that you're saying intentionally no to the distractions of the world, and you're paying more attention to your key relationships and spending significant time in your relationship with God? It's not just about doing nothing on your Sabbath. It's about doing the right things, right? It's about expending energy in directions that are going to bring meaning and purpose to life, that are going to connect you to the amazing things in life that you do not want to lose. Because the world, if you let it creep in, will take them away. So, your relationships and all kinds of things. So, give yourself some time every week to really Sabbath, to rest, not just do nothing, but to do the right things. And then what does that cycle look like for you on a bigger scale? Getting 2 weeks away, or a good vacation time away, a time when you are separating yourself from the world that wants to claim you, and you're redefining who you are in your relationship with God and in your key relationships by having some holy time. Your family vacation can be holy time, right? I'm not sure how you do that at Disney World, but maybe you can figure out a way, even at Disney World, to have holy time. To have time that's about building up your relationships, and where there's some intentional time for you to experience the blessings God wants to pour into your life to bring rest and renewal. So, take some time. Take some Sabbath time. Think about which relationship in life do you really need to improve. Is it the relationship with the world? Does that really need to be improved? Or is it your relationship with God, who loves you, claims you, redeems you, wants to refresh and renew you for the life that is real life? Just a thought for the day. Blessings to you.